What's good, y'all? It's Bank here for a brand new episode. We got the Arizona Cardinals rebuild, episode 2. Face the Broncos. We're both undefeated, looking to give them their first loss of the season. Shedeur Sanders won Player of the Week. He had 131 passing yards, 2 pass touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So he's proven that he's versatile in the pass and the run, so definitely a good draft pick there. We got a breakout DB scenario, so let's see who it's for. It's going to be Marco Wilson. Thinks he's going to have another good game. Usually with these, there's a game day goal, something you got to do, so let's hop in and see what it is. We need to hold the Broncos to 200 passing yards or get him 1 interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or a sack in the game, which isn't too bad. Next up, we got some upgrades to hit, so let's hop in and see who has one. Shedeur has one. Let's see what we can get on him. We're probably going to pick Strong Arm just because I need his throw power to be up a little bit with Marquise Brown having that 98 speed now. It just occurred to me, being that we're in 2024, I have enough staff points that I can go in here and unlock someone's hidden development for this season. So I'm going to unlock Shedeur Sanders and we're going to see what his true development is. So it looks like Shedeur's true development is going to be a superstar, and being that he's only a 79, we only have one ability slot. We didn't have too many options, but I went ahead and picked Safety Valve just so we can check it down to Austin Ekeler as much as possible. On their first third down of the game, Russell Wilson finds an easy check down for a first down, which is really going to be their whole drive. They kept checking it down and getting small little 3 to 4 yard runs just like this to put them in position to score. I tried to stop it. Our D-line just couldn't hold up against the run this first drive. They literally wasted a whole quarter on just their first drive. Like, as you can see, we didn't touch the ball at all. And on the 1 yard line, of course, they just punch it in real quick and easy here. This is going to be the first time this season we've been down at all. So definitely going to be big to see how Sanders handles this. In first play after a 1 yard run, I wanted to give it back to Ekeler just to kind of open up the run game a little bit, help Sanders out in the pass, and he ends up breaking it off for like 15, 16 yards. It was a big ass run, help with momentum on the first drive. As you can see here, he made like 2 or 3 people miss. Could have made a third guy miss, but he just wasn't strong enough. And on the very next play, Shedeur finds Marquise Brown over the middle on a drag for like 15, 16 yards. Hella big play. Marquise is showing that with his 98 speed, he can get in and out of traffic quickly. He can also make cuts hella fast. But Shedeur is showing he's not going to force it to anyone, and he's just going to look for the wide open read every time, which is nice. On the very next play, I caught him in man coverage, and we find Michael Pittman wide open on a slant for a touchdown. Pittman's honestly been doing a lot more this season than I've already expected. I mean, he's a little bit slower, but he's an 85, but he's already had 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games, so it's definitely a lot more than I've expected out of him. After the touchdown by Pittman, we end up stopping him on first and second down. On third down, we get a huge sack to make it 4th and 27. They have to punt it to us, so we get the ball back. And on the very next play, Marquise Brown burns the defender. Sanders throws it up, and we get ourselves a touchdown before the half. As much as I love Marquise Brown being able to run under the ball and create separation, and Sanders already being able to make 50-yard bombs in the NFL within his first 2 games, We got to give some credit to that offensive line, because he had like 4 or 5 seconds back there to just sit and throw that bitch. Unfortunately, after Marquise Brown's big touchdown, we allowed a big pass. They got it at midfield. They tried for a field goal before the half, but it was way too far. I have Pascal back there just because he's not going to be getting any play time at wide receiver for real, so I wanted to at least get him involved somewhere on the team. That way he wasn't just sitting on our bench rotting away. But that was the last play before the half. As you can see, we're going into halftime 14-7. We've only ran 12 plays and we're already up 7. So just like last game, we don't need a lot of plays. Second play before half, Sanders just takes it off. We don't even need to pass it. Look, we had one guy to beat and I couldn't beat him, and I was pissed. After the big run by Sanders, we had a completion here to Rondale Moore. If I would have bullet passed it, we probably could have got a better juke animation, but for some reason I decided to touch pass it, thinking that I could get it into the end zone. He caught it on like the 5, and then I tried to truck the safety or corner, and I forgot that Rondale Moore is literally a midget and probably couldn't truck a 5-year-old. But we don't need Rondale Moore to truck, because I drafted Shedeur Sanders for that exact thing. I mean, I didn't really draft him to truck, but as you can see right there is obviously a skill set of his. So not only is he mobile, not only can he pass, but he's also got Derrick Henry like trucks and stiff arms. So watch out, this boy is a triple threat. Russell Wilson on this play really tried to run it outside like he was Lamar Jackson, but you know we had to shut that shit down real quick. He tried it again on 3rd down. I don't know why, but we shut that shit down again. Brought it up to a 4th down, and we get the ball right back. Before they punt it to us, though, it's the end of the quarter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. We up 21-7. We ran 11 plays, 63 rushing yards, and 166 passing yards. It's safe to say we whooping the fuck out of the Broncos. The Broncos had a big 4th and 25 here. No idea why they decided to go for it right now, but either way, have no idea what the fuck Russell Wilson is throwing at. On the very next play, though, we decided to just hand it off to Austin Eckler. He trucks one man and then trucks like half of their defense to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So he might not be the fastest, but he's proven that when we need him, he's there, and I'll take that. Russell Wilson keeps trying to pull off some Lamar Jackson type shit. I mean, like, look at him. He literally ran 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and tried to run around us. Like, that's not going to happen. We got Zaven Collins. I re-signed him for this exact reason. Once we got the ball back, Sanders on 3rd down, threaded the needle on this to Moore. Great pass, great catch. Really just looking to put some points on the board to put this game away. I mean, it's already away, but we want to demoralize the Broncos right now. Sadly, we couldn't demoralize them as bad as the Dolphins did last year, but it is what it is. They stop us to a field goal. We'll take it, 31-7. Bad teams towards the end of the game have a tendency to somehow get crazy ass plays on us, because how McKinstry did not jump in front of this ball and pick it, I will never know. I mean, look at this. Russell Wilson literally runs to the left, throws it across the field. McKinstry behind the man tries to dive for the ball. You are a first round corner. Learn how to make an interception. It's okay though, we don't need him to make the interception because we got Williams there in the end zone to come clean up his shit. Last game I learned, tried to take it to the edge and pitch back so that we could get a pick six. Sadly it didn't work, but we'll end up taking the dub against the Broncos, 31-7. Gannon's hella happy. Sean Payton's hella pissed. We don't give two fucks though, cause we 2-0. I think my favorite thing about Shedeur Sanders right now is the fact that we don't even pass the ball a lot with him, and he still is productive. I mean, look at that. 11 attempts, 2 touchdowns, and over 150 yards. Rushing-wise, he ended up getting us a touchdown. Didn't have a lot of yards, but Eckler was really productive today when we needed him, so that's definitely nice to see. Receiving-wise, Marquise Brown had 112 yards, so him and Michael Pittman definitely going to be a good combo. Pittman to take off some of the wide receivers with how good he is physical. Marquise Brown ends up getting an upgrade. And yes, sir, we get +1 speed. So now instead of a 97, we're going to have a 98. Woo! Next, we're going to take a look at Marco Wilson's development. We were supposed to get an interception, sack, forced fumble, something, but I think we held the Broncos to under 200, and we did, so Marco Wilson's going to become a star development instead of just a normal, which is going to be a big help. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for episode 3, and I'll see you guys in the next one.